Hi everyone, and welcome to the 3D Experience Forum here at beautiful Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Today I'm talking with Blake Herman. He's a global technical lead with Technia, and he is a foremost authority on PLM, specifically on the overall 3D Experience Cloud with regard to PLM. Can you tell us a bit about your work with Technia and how Technia and Dassault Systems partner with one another to deliver solutions to your customers?
Sure, so Technia is actually the largest global reseller of Dassault Systems products. We're headquartered out of Stockholm, Sweden, and been around in this ecosystem since 1994. Started off back before the technology that Dassault eventually acquired became what it is today, and the 3D Experience platform. So we are, a reseller. We're an implementer. We've got some of the largest customers that we've implemented from scratch ourselves, as well as we are a development partner with Dassault. So we had some value-added tools that add onto the platform.
So you're so well integrated with them, with the Dassault 3D Experience platform. What do you see as the strengths of a cloud-based, PLM cloud-based solution relative to on-premise?
Well, I think that the cloud provides some interesting capabilities. Typically what we find with on-premise solutions is people are very, for a good reason, concerned about security of their data. They're very unlikely to open up access to that system to their outside partners. And so therefore it becomes an internal only use tool, and they're missing out on half the value that they could be getting by opening this to the outside world. We had some Gartner research that I was looking at where they said 25% of product launches failed due to lack of communication with their supply chain early on. And a lot of that's caused by people just not wanting to open up the security of their entire internal network to the outside world. And so the cloud gives you that ability to open things up without exposing your entire company to that outside threat.
How do you guide your clients when that decision's on the table with regard to Innovia and 3D Experience platform for the cloud? How do you navigate them through that to say, look, open it up because you're going to rely on your supply chain for 80% of your bill of materials?
It depends on the industry in that case, right? Some people are more build everything in-house and more, leverage suppliers for all that content.
Sure.
So, but our guidance to them is, it really is more kind of it's a consultative approach. We need to find out what their drivers are, what their needs are, do they need it open to the outside, and what's their internal capability.
Sure.
Because some companies, we work with some in the high-tech industry that have been willing to expose this to their supply chain, and we've helped them with that and doing it securely. But others are very, very concerned and not willing to do that. So really it depends on the company, but it's a really consultative kind of approach that we have to take to figure out what's best.
And one of the greatest challenges, I think, of doing any enterprise system, especially an enterprise PLM system, is the paradox of how much you configure it versus customize it.
Correct.
And especially you being a reseller, you probably run into that every day.
We do.
Yeah, and how do you resolve that paradox using the scale and scope of the user experience platform?
One of the unique things that we're doing with the Technia Cloud offering is, we're kind of filling the gap between a complete out-of-the-box solution, which is the 3D Experience Cloud by Dassault, and an on-premise, right? We have the ability to sell all these things in between, but for some customers, they need the flexibility to be able to adapt to their business, to a little bit more degree than what's allowed in the public cloud offering. But the general guidance is let's stray away from a custom solution because that's not good for your business long term, because it ties your hands, you're less likely to upgrade it in the future. Yep. So let's stay as out of the box as we can, give you some configurability, and that's our goal with kind of filling that space in the middle.
Yes, and your company serves a wide variety of industries because you have a global footprint.
Correct.
And what are you seeing in terms of digital transformation adoption across those industries? Who's the fastest growing industry with regard to digital adoption or digital transformation?
I think the area that we see is the biggest growth area in the coming years is most likely going to be the life sciences space. We really see that the technology is evolving at a very rapid pace in life sciences, but yet IT systems haven't really kept up with their demands because of the regulatory battles that they face with getting certified software and validated software from FDA. That's kind of held them back in the past. And we really see that being a growth opportunity that we want to target, us as a company. But, obviously the core industries where we've seen a lot of growth is the transportation space, You know, the aerospace, driven a lot by Boeing and others that have really adopted the platform, is driving their entire supply chain this direction. But also transportation with the EV markets. We see that there's a lot of disruption going on there. So those are kind of the three key ones that we see a lot of growth potential in for us.
Yeah, the NXP presentation today, I was blown away by that technology stack and the fact that they could do track and trace down to the silicon level.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty strong track and trace capability, and overall the ability to use a cloud-based platform like 3DEXPERIENCE Cloud to be able to provide that instant traceability. I can think in life sciences, from a compliance perspective, that's golden.
Exactly. Yeah, the whole unique identification, the unique device identification protocol, being able to say which device went in which person, and you know, it's a good level of traceability that you need for that. You know, we've got a lot of expertise in that space. You know, GE Medical is a big customer of ours that we've worked with for years. You know, both here in the U.S. and in the Swedish territory.
Sure.
So we've got a lot of experience in that space. Maliki Healthcare is another big one that was a recent win on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform that we're really helping them transform their business going forward. So we're hoping to expand more of that over here to the US market, where we see there's a huge number of biotech type companies that are very innovative, and we've got a much bigger potential. The line between high tech and life sciences, and actually most industries, is blurring now, right?
Sure.
Every industry can be considered high tech because of the technology that goes into every product. You know, there's very few without an electronics board in it somewhere.
Sure. Are any of your customers asking you to build out dashboards, and what would be on the dashboards that, because the dashboards seem to be really popular in certain phases of manufacturing?
Really it's KPIs. I mean, one of our big customers, Parker Hannifin, we help them with some dashboards that really help them manage their KPIs on their change process, which helps them in a very diverse company that has, you know, 50 plus divisions. They want to see how efficient are we getting changes through the process, and kind of using that as a measuring stick for everybody.
Yeah, quite a powerhouse when it comes to aviation maintenance, repair, and overhaul.
Absolutely.
Like dominating the market.
Yes.
You know, and with regard to those metrics and KPIs, what do they look down to the machine level on overall equipment effectiveness, or?
No, I mean, well, companies like Parker, I mean, they're using it more, the platform more on the upstream side right now in the engineering design and engineering change process. They haven't taken it down to shop floor level yet with the other tools, but that, you know, is obviously a future growth potential.
Sure, and do you work directly with Parker quite a bit?
I do.
And with regard to their aviation MRO business, the ability to be able to have that traceability, the supply chain is absolutely essential in that business.
Right. Within the aviation space, you know, most of the use of the platform is still on that, you know, upfront engineering design phase, not so much after, but again is a great area of opportunity for us to help them with.
Blake, thanks very much. That was fascinating to talk with you. And, and thank you. And if you'd like additional information on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform and what it can do for your business, please go to our website. Make it a great day.